I'm laying on my bed right now with no sheets because I haven't had a chance to change them yet. I just lost it on my kids, and I'm feeling really guilty. This single mom shit sucks so hard.
Welcome back, gentlemen. Hope you're doing well. Yeah, as I was seeing in the last video too, it seems like these single mothers aren't having a really good time, and this one had an incident with her kid. Oh, well, I'm curious what that's all about, so we're gonna hop into it, and yeah, again, compilation with single mothers. Let's see what's up.
This is the stuff that people don't see. It is so hard when you are struggling all the time to do what's right for your kids all the time, and you have to be the dad and the mom and the good guy and the bad guy, and you are tired. I'm so tired, and I'm struggling to make ends meet, and they don't understand that. They just want the stuff, and I'm trying to make them responsible, and I'm begging them, and I'm trying not to be like my mother, trying so hard not to be that woman that she was.
Here's the thing that I disagree with. For example, I don't have children. I mean, I think I've mentioned before, I was raised in a very good family, and I've understood there's been times in my parents' life where they haven't been as fiscally well off as they have been or are currently. But I think that being a good parent is managing your children's expectations, like she was saying, that, they don't understand that I can't get them all the things like iPads and iPhones and whatnot. I think that if you raise your children to appreciate more than just material things, that, well, they'll be better off, in all honesty. I think that's why I'm not material myself. My folks were never like that. I bought my first cell phone, I bought my first laptop, and I worked my ass off to get that kind of stuff. So, anyways, if you spoil your kids, like, don't be surprised that this kind of stuff happens, but I sympathize for anybody going through hard times. Now is the time for that, unfortunately.
And I need help. I need help. And I just feel like I'm just constantly nagging and begging, because usually you would have a partner, right? Your children are your partner, and so where's that line of making them kids but making them responsible? And I ran to the grocery store today because we're running out of waters and it's hot, and I can't afford to run the air conditioner all the time. And I had a mini fan for myself. They all have fans in their rooms, and I just can't afford the AC. I can't afford to run it. I just can't afford it. So I don't put it.
Well, that's the thing. You have to put your dignity aside, stop posting this bullshit to TikTok, and find another job. Fortunately, I get that it's hard to, and I know it's easy for me to say as somebody with no dependents, but you have to find work to support your children. Unfortunately, that's the situation you're in. Again, I feel for things like this, but crying over TikTok is not going to resolve your issues. When will they learn?
In order till we really, really need it. And they broke my fan, my mini personal fan. They broke it because they were horse playing. Instead of doing their chores that I asked them to clean up and do their chores when I left, they didn't do anything I asked them to do. I don't feel good today. I have not felt good all day. And I just said, please, I'm going to go to the store. I'm going to get stuff for dinner and get you your waters and all your drinks for the day and your fruit and everything. Just please, just clean up. I just don't feel good. I don't want to yell today, please. And I came home and they broke my stuff and they were horseplay and they didn't do it. And I just lost it. I just lost it. And I feel like a terrible horrible mother. I feel like the worst mother in the world. I'm just tired. Sucks. Being a single mother just sucks. Just sucks. Just sucks.
Well,
We get it, and videos like this are a strong example of why men are choosing not to date single mothers, and women out there choosing not to date single fathers. It's too much of a responsibility for some people, and yeah, it sucks. She said, like, multiple times, it's a sucky situation to be in. You have to be very careful who you choose to have, a family with. Some people are not ready for that commitment, and well, I do think it's terrible that her kids trashed the place while she went out for groceries. You have to keep them in line somehow, even if you're the only parent. Sucks. Anyways, let's move on.
I'm in a fucking mood. So today we're going to talk about why dating sucks. Yay! Next, because men are the way that they are, I make sure I put it all on the profile. You know what I'm saying? A little dash of my SpongeBob obsession. Me without makeup. That's always the first picture that I have. Me completely no filter, without makeup. And then if they like what they see there and then they click on it, then you get a little razzle dazzle. You know what I'm saying? You get me all done up. That's the potential. That's what I could look like if we went out somewhere and I felt like it. You know what I'm saying? And then I got the little baby Bean on there, because you gotta know. It's a package deal, you feel me? So I
actually appreciate that, being straightforward instead of, putting an ass pic as your first picture and then a face like filter from Snapchat, not with like I'm thinking of like the teddy bear one that like completely adds light to your face and messes it up and stuff like that. I appreciate this. I appreciate the honesty. Probably not working out well for her. She really does not seem like a bundle of joy, but let's continue.
try to get all of that on the profile so you get the big picture. So knowing all of this, this man liked it. He was like, yep, like, okay.
She's even surprised.
Here we go. So we match. He's like, I don't really like talking on here. Here's my number. I'm like, okay. Talking to him this morning. He's like, oh, so do you have an Instagram? I'm like, yeah, I do. Give him my Instagram. First thing he messages back, why do you have so many pictures of your kid on your Instagram? I'm like, what kind of question is that? Then he proceeds to say, well, is it your Instagram or your kid's Instagram? Okay, Gary. So off the bat, Gary Bear's a little fucking bold, a little too bold. I don't like it. And so I'm like, yeah, I don't really use Insta like that. I kind of prefer Facebook. It's where the memes be, and that's where I like to be. I like to be where the memes are at. And so,
okay.
Yeah, he just is like ripping into my Instagram, and I'm like, look, dude, if you go to somebody's Instagram and it's nothing but selfies, probably a bad sign. I'm like, they've literally done studies on how if you go to somebody's profile and it's nothing but pictures of their fucking face and their tits, they're probably a narcissist. And I've had enough of those for a fucking lifetime. So then he goes on to say,
and then there's guys that just don't know how to take photos of themselves and just do it anyways. It doesn't make you a narcissist in any way. Just like the fish photos and all that stuff, that's definitely a generalization. But either way, this woman's just triggered.
That no.
Oh, yo, quick thing before we continue. If you're enjoying this video, hit me with a like, subscribe if you've watched a few of my videos and you like them, and hit the notification bell if you want to, well, have the notification in your inbox when a video comes out. Thanks.
Guy wants a girl whose entire personality is another man's kid. As if this kid isn't also mine. What do you mean an other man's kid? It's my kid, bitch. The point, I'm just like, Gare, it was a pleasure. It really wasn't. You're weird. I don't like you, and I'm all set. Thanks for nothing. Goodbye. Because what the f is wrong with you? How does my entire personality, like, summed up in an Instagram I barely use? And then he proceeded to go on about, like, how he knows other people who are parents, and he's like, I know a lot of people who are parents who don't plaster their kid all over their social media. Is their kid ugly? That might be why, Gary. Brings me to the conclusion that white men, and also any man named Gary, is cancelled for 2023. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. I'm tired of you all.
Oh, jump.
Oh yeah, and I mean, for the majority of them, we are tired of them as well. Cancelled? Don't really see why that would be necessary. He just had an opinion. So let's try to get this one in frame and jump scare. I don't really get the whole jump scare thing. Either way, you know, I honestly think it's good to get all of your questions out before you meet somebody. Ask the really awkward questions immediately so that you don't waste your time. And if that rubs them the wrong way, well, you either have to think, is it how you asked the question or is it how they reacted? Yeah. Either way, what's next?
Sorry, I've been cleaning my house, but I was thinking of something. How are you damn near 30 and want nothing serious but want kids someday? The math is not mathing. I know that guys, you literally have to do nothing to have kids. The work comes after, you know, like being a dad. So explain to
Yeah, says the one who's likely in Starfish because she can't move.
me what sounds appealing about dressing a kindergartner around 40 years old. I have a theory, but I'm gonna need to hear from y'all after this video.
All right.
Here's my theory. These men, damn near 30, almost 40, they want to fuck with everyone around their age group, and then when they're finally ready to settle down and have kids, on their time, they're going to find somebody that's at least a decade younger than them, because they know damn well that someone in their age group is not about to have kids. It can happen, but you're not going to find me trying to have a newborn at 35 years old. No, no. You see this? Yeah, that's called poor planning. That's called rushing. You got me up. I'm 28 years old. You think I'm going to be doing this shit at 35 years old? So that.
Well, I'm glad that you can at least laugh at yourself and the mistakes that you've made, apparently. If you're calling your children a mistake, you sound like a terrible mother. My god, man. And she's here shaming men for wanting to have kids later in life. Like, we don't need to rush. I get that at 50, to me, it wouldn't make sense to have your first child. You're going to be 70 by the time they're out on their own. That, to me, doesn't make sense. 30s, you know, you're got your stuff in order and all that jazz, and things are just looking up. But yeah, I don't know, 40s are probably the most smart time to be having a child if you haven't had a child and you want to have a child. But most people do that stuff younger in life, like this one. But she didn't really think things through.
That's my theory, is that they're waiting to have their whole phase, nothing serious, whatever, wait it out until they're mid 30, 40, and then find someone way younger that's in their prime baby making time to have kids with. If that's the case, ew. But I need answers. Now. And let's say I'm wrong. Like, I really hope I'm wrong. Then you need to really reevaluate your dating goals, reevaluate if you actually want kids, and figure it the fuck out. In this case, I really hope I'm wrong, but I have a feeling that I'm not.
Yeah, about that. So listen, I mean, I basically said it all just earlier before, but honestly, there's nothing wrong with not rushing into things. I think your 30s are where you have to have that mindset of, do I want children? Do I not want to have children? Do I want to start saving for a house? Things like that. You know, your 20s are the years where you can mess around and find out, but I mean, if you do in your 30s, you do in your 30s. For a lot of men, we have a lot more of an easier time than we actually have something accomplished instead of being a fresh spawn just out of college or university or post-secondary or whatever the hell you call it from where you are. But no need to shame them, you know. We try not to shame women too much around here, but it happens anyways. Yeah, women get married and have children later and later in life, and that's difficult for them and doesn't produce the best results sometimes, unfortunately. So I think they really have to think things through a bit better before saying the same to men. But let's finish up there. Been prattling on for 15 minutes. If you haven't liked yet, I would really appreciate it if you liked the video so it gets out to more people. Subscribe if you've seen a few of my videos, and hit the notification bell if you want more of them. Catch you in the next one. Thank you for watching, and always do your due diligence when dating single mothers out there. Catch you later. Bye now.